Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Best of Next 2024, aka the 12 Jackets of Christmas special. But you know what? Change is good, right? I mean, it's healthy. We're coming up on the end of the year, start of the new year, so I say, let's lean into it, all right? 12 jackets. Boom. 2 down, 10 to go. One of the changes that we saw in 2024 was that politics guy Marshall Zellinger became transportation guy Marshall Zellinger. He led our crusade to get Colorado's drivers to zipper merge.
This story is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Resist the urge to change lanes far ahead of a lane closure. 2. Just like that school bus, drive until the lane closes. 3. Zip it, Colorado.
The failure, believe it or not, are kind of courteous drivers.
Many of the drivers along Spear, approaching Wayzata, just outside Ball Arena, would not get a passing grade in merging, based on what MSU Denver transportation professor Steve Long saw today.
Look at all this capacity that is now missing. This whole lane is empty. So all the traffic is backing up even further, a block, 2 blocks further down this direction because we did not use this lane.
This is not how you zipper. Cars trying to get over too soon, backing up traffic in their lane and the next lane over, and leaving usable lane to waste. This is how you zipper. Merging at the very end. The city of Denver is refreshing the 3rd and final Spear Bridge between downtown and I-25, this one over the train tracks. Work on the other 2 bridges was completed last year. But this one is right outside Ball Arena, where the Avs host Game 6 and the Nuggets will host Game 7, and where zipper merging can also help you get out of the parking lots faster.
Well, let's use the example close to what we just saw out on Spear.
Ever the professor, Long illustrated the problem in a way your car seat companion can help you understand.
He's creating turbulence. This guy's creating turbulence behind him. And all this chaotic merging is backing up this traffic in this lane a long, long way.
I mean, just watch how many cars I passed waiting for the correct spot to zipper. Not that I'm complaining, but it's open space that should be filled with other cars.
Zippering is what is going to make this traffic flow better, and when we're in line side by side, it's better than trying to butt in or trying to get in early.
Let's just say that Coloradans had some strong feelings about zippering, because dozens of you wrote into the DMV, and you know what? It paid off. The new edition of the Colorado Driver Handbook will have a new zipper merge paragraph. It'll explain how to do it, and most importantly, it ends with, quote, "Please respect those who wait to merge until just before the lane ends. They are doing it correctly." Marshall also took RTD to task in the past year for slowing light rail trains down to 10 miles an hour to do work on the tracks, which 10 miles per hour, for the record, is officially slower than Marshall Zellinger can run. We know because we checked.
RTD is slowly fixing the slowdown with its light rail trains. 10-mile-per-hour slow zones are still in place for 5 miles on the south side of town. But today, RTD celebrated the lifting of the slowdown order for one direction of 1 mile of track. Bottom line, I am pretty sure that Marshall Zellinger is faster than an RTD train these days. Now, of course, there's only one way to find out. He has the little running shorts on, people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the great race. Man versus machine. Is Marshall faster than an RTD train? Here's the deal. Trains are going 10 miles per hour. It is a little bit more than 1.5 miles from where Marshall is at the Alameda station, right here to the 9 News studios. At its current speed, an RTD train could cover that distance from there to here in 10 minutes. Marshall, zip up your vest. Ready, set, go. He's off and running, folks. He is going to do this on live television. If you're not familiar with Marshall, he's fast. He's headed north on Cherokee towards Alameda. 9 News is at Spear and Logan. There's our first look at the Marshall cam. Here he goes, up Cherokee towards Alameda. He told me he wasn't sure if he was going to go north through Baker or if he was going to deke to the east and go through Wash Park West. But we'll keep an eye on him over the next 10 minutes if he can beat that train. Let's check in on our man who is racing the RTD train. He is outside 9 News, folks. He is outside 9 News. He has made the turn off of Logan, and he is headed for the entrance gate. I am telling you, we knew it, and he's proving it. Marshall Zellinger is faster than an RTD train. He doesn't even look like he's pushing at this point. He's got the safety vest flapping in the breeze. He's got his dress shirt fully buttoned, tie up. He's got his little tie clip on that he wears every time. There he goes down the long hallway to the cheers of his co-workers. Look at this. He's cruising in. This is like the Boston Marathon. This is absolutely incredible. Marshall Zellinger started running in 2002. RTD's light rail started running in 1994, and Marshall Zellinger is faster than RTD's light rail. That was incredible, brother. That was incredible. What was your time? You got your split? What was your split?
8:48 was it.
8:48 was your full time, but that's what, a mile and a half. Look at that. How do you feel?
It's your turn.
It's my turn now. Oh, here I got a mic for you right here. How's the traffic?
Surprisingly easier than I thought, except for what I sound like and feel like. Mm-hmm. I probably shouldn't have run this morning.
Sure.
Or eaten all day.
Sure.
But it is what it is.
Marshall Zellinger, faster than an RTD light rail train, and Marshall has never run from Denver to Longmont, but unlike RTD, he's never promised to do it
and then not done it.
If you're planning on roasting a bird for Christmas dinner, maybe save yourself the time and just wait around near a power line. Because 2024 was the year that Colorado's birds kept trying to burn it all down. The phoenix is the mythical bird that rises from the ashes. But the crispy bird carcass that sparked a grass fire in Byers didn't rise at all. That thing just fell. The flaming former flapper plopped onto the plains and it laid there, sparking a grass fire in Arapahoe County over the weekend. Our team put together this reenactment because we have too much time on our hands. Investigators from Strasburg and Byers Fire say that this small bird flew into electrical equipment. Bird caught fire. The quote-unquote flaming carcass fell to the ground where it ignited the grass. That fire grew to more than 1,100 acres, was eventually named the Quail Hollow Fire. Don't know if the burning bird was a quail or not. Sheriff's office says the fire destroyed one home, at least 7 outbuildings. No one was hurt, except, of course, the bird. Flaming Bird Carcass. Great band name, by the way. It's our fantasy football team name this year, too. So, believe it or not, that bird blaze was far from a one-off. Hunk of burning bird sparked a small grass fire in Byers just a few weeks later. Turns out this is something of a national epidemic. Researchers say avian electrocutions caused 44 wildfires between 2014 and 2018.
I say bike, you say bus. Bike! Bus! Bike! Bus!
The last day of the school year, always a good day to celebrate, especially when there's a bike parade. A dozen 9 News photographers head out to capture the joy. And we look back on our favorite feedback of the year, our loudest feedback yet.
The way a lot of people drive, there is no way that I would want most of them to be driving around with an enormous blade on the front of their vehicle. But that's the kind of trust that we have in snowplow drivers, right? To wield that power and that huge plow blade takes months of practice. And Aurora's plow drivers were testing their skills as early as August.
All right, let's cruise through it.
Today is an event we call the Snow Rodeo. We have it every year.
And basically that's what we do this time of the year, get ready for snow season. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
It's kind of team building, seeing everybody's skill set.
There we go. Good. I've been doing this for 35 years. For 35 years. Ever since we've had it, I've been a part of it.
My parents used to work for the city. They both did snow removal. They both did snow rodeo.
Well, it just works on your skills, you know, like maneuvering, how to handle the vehicle.
Everybody gets to know each other. Everybody gets to compete against each other.
So when we go through the obstacles, it's letting them know that this could be a car you go in between.
One of your obstacles may be a street light, one of maybe a street sign, you know, so you have to be able to control that piece of machinery while doing the job.
Because, you know, you don't want anyone to be hurt or anything like that, you know.
We have the same goals. We all have families. We all want everyone to get to where they need to be. And just be patient with us while we're out there doing it. It's not an easy job, and we do the best that we can and try to do it in a very timely manner.
Got it. Because it just creeps up on you. You wake up one morning, you got a blanket of snow. Nice. So, but it'll be down here soon. It should be some here next month. It can happen at any time.
If the snow doesn't shut down blocks of traffic, hundreds of kids on bikes might. Because each week during the school year, you will find kids in Denver cycling safely alongside adults in a bike bus, taking kids to school. Our Mark Salinger tagged along with one of the biggest.
Next year, Brown International Academy in Denver
Good morning. Welcome, everybody.
will look different.
Good morning. Happy last day.
It's the last day of school and the final day for Principal Jen Wolf.
Happy last day. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart.
It's her last chance to greet her kids.
You too.
Moments like these arrive in different ways.
Everyone who comes to school here either walks, rides their bike, or drives.
You guys ready?
This is how Alan Cowgill gets his kids to school.
All right, Josh, you do me a favor here, buddy? You stay on the right side of me, man.
He knows the streets aren't always the safest place to bike.
We would love more facilities. We would love more safe infrastructure in our neighborhoods.
Thanks to Alan and a couple other parents from Brown.
Yeah, it is.
I've never been on the bus because I don't like buses.
This bus is powered by pedals.
Let's do this!
The bike bus brings dozens of kids and parents from Brown Elementary together
Yes, I watch out for the cars.
to ride to school safely.
But I'm not highly trained for this.
It's a lot of fun. That's the main reason that kids keep coming back.
Really fun.
On these streets, there's power in numbers.
It's pretty much the roving party down the street before school on Wednesday mornings.
You can hear it coming. Alan usually has some music playing.
I'm coming! Oh my God!
Frankly, we've got too many cars on the road, making it unsafe around the schools, ironically.
Volunteers wait at every intersection to stop traffic.
Everyone say thank you to Mr. Gary.
Have fun.
The bike bus runs every other week. Today, the kids own the whole block.
I say bike, you say bus. Bike, bike. All right.
This is their chance to take back the streets.
Here they come. Good morning, you guys.
Next year will look different. A new year, a new grade.
Thank you again for everything. Thank you for being so supportive of all our stuff. We couldn't have done it without you, so thank you so much.
And school without Principal Wolf.
It's a really special place with a really amazing community. So, sorry, I'm so emotional today.
I feel really lucky to be able to have so many great kids and parents and school staff supporting us.
But Alan knows at least next year, this bus will be back.
Can I get a beat, Paul? Good job.
We want our kids to believe they can do good in the world, and this is a way to teach them that.
That story was one of our largest team coverage projects of the year. Took about a dozen photojournalists to bring you those views.
Your generosity always astounds. Next, a look back at a year of giving, helping to make Colorado a better place. And we will relight the Olympic cauldron for a moment to remember our summer of Albania Mania.
Gezuar Krislinjet. That's Merry Christmas in Albanian. You know, we've been brushing up on our language skills around here ever since Next Viewers rooted for Albania's small but mighty Olympic team in Paris this year. Third time that we have backed an underdog Olympic country in the games, and it's the first time we actually got to celebrate a win. Albania Mania. It's real, baby. Our Olympic underdogs did it. They won their country's first ever medal and the second on the final day of the Paris Games. Strike up the Albanian anthem here one more time, Hymni Iflimura, and let's see that medal count. They go from zeros to 2 heroes. Medal winners for the fine people of Albania. Their first in 52 years of Olympic competition for that country. I cannot tell you how much I love this. If you have watched Next for years, you know that we always pick an Olympic underdog that has never won a medal. We picked Iceland, no medals. We picked Liberia, this close to a medal. It was Albania who got it done in the end. Probably too late to book that holiday flight to Paris, but you know, we found the next best thing. Go see Denver's Little Eiffel Tower. It's outside in Rhino. And this year we solved the mystery of the landmark's provenance. That's French for where'd that thing come from?
We did not have to wait long to learn the history of the Eiffel Tower outside Mission Ballroom.
I played on it when I was little. My brother and I played on it when Dad wasn't watching.
Heidi Waite's dad was in that news clipping. Renee Hartman posing in front of an Eiffel Tower outside Salon Renee.
He had the Eiffel Tower built and put in the front of the shop.
The shop was his salon at 1st and Cook Street in Cherry Creek, where today the Eiffel Tower would barely stand out among the glass and glitz.
Here's pictures of the salon. It was very European style, so the Eiffel Tower kind of fits in with the European style.
Heidi's dad had the tower built ahead of the salon's March 1964 opening, but that news clipping gives us a hint into what happened next.
Hey, want to buy an Eiffel Tower? Renee's got a great deal. At that time, by then, nobody wanted an Eiffel Tower, and it was expensive to move.
The 2,400-pound, 25-foot-tall Parisian prop that Renee told the paper cost him $5,000 eventually was listed for $500. Though Renee told the paper when he was seeking more money, he had interest from Elitch's, a car dealer, 3 homeowners, and a French cattle company. So what really happened to it? This July 1985 Aspen Daily News article tells the story of an Eiffel Tower owned by Roger Radke, who ran a business renting props and decorations, including the Eiffel Tower replica custom-built by Renee Hartman. That prop rental business used to have a location near the elevated section of I-70, where the Eiffel Tower was caught posing in this photo uploaded to Google Maps. The prop rental business then had a warehouse near 41st and Brighton Boulevard, where the tower was stored, until the business closed in 2020. Then the warehouse was bulldozed, leaving behind a damaged, yet still standing, Eiffel Tower.
I often thought, wonder whatever happened to it. And there it is, sitting in an empty lot.
Year after year, Next viewers deliver generosity for Coloradans in need, not just during the holiday season. Since 2020, you have raised more than $13 million for nonprofits through your Word of Thanks microgiving campaigns. Let's look at what you have accomplished together, $5 at a time.
As 2024 dawned, Sun Valley's Youth Center was the first to benefit from your generosity. Then people transitioning out of the justice system in Boulder County. You boosted a summer camp for siblings separated in foster care, then provided meals for people living on Loveland streets. Kids breaking the cycle of generational poverty on the plains felt your support. A senior home share program, mobile laundry for the homeless in northern Colorado, 2 vet clinics on tribal land in southwest Colorado. And you fully funded the memorial in Dougco to Kendrick Castillo, who gave his life stopping a school shooter. You backed Weld County's only domestic violence shelter, bought gear for search and rescue teams across Colorado, helped asylum seekers link up with host families, and funded a laundry truck for low-income workers in Denver. You left a generous tip at a nonprofit restaurant offering job training for migrants, funded a program to support survivors of suicide in Larimer County, backed a life skills program breaking generations of poverty, and boosted child advocates who help kids in the court system. You supported nonprofits that keep people and pets together, helps pediatricians prescribe books to kids, offers apprenticeships in Denver's most polluted neighborhoods, and provides housing for people stuck in long hospital treatments. You fought hunger in Denver, backed free mental health care for our LGBTQ neighbors, helped Craig Hospital patients move home, and finished a tiny home village for vets. You guided Latina survivors of domestic violence, helped low-income families in Sterling, furnished a sober living home, aided a pay-what-you-can cafe in Littleton, and a one-stop for crime victims in Jeffco. You helped Coloradans impacted by wildfire, parents of NICU babies, innovative classroom teachers in Denver, and the people bringing a shower truck to homeless in the suburbs. You cheered on Special Olympics Colorado and a recovery program, filled school-based food banks in Greeley, and backed a clinic for uninsured kids. You covered health screenings on the Eastern Plains, hospice care for people living on the streets, respite care for parents of kids with disabilities, and a food rescue in Fort Collins. Scholarships for refugees, Thanksgiving dinners for families, funds for domestic violence prevention in Steamboat Springs, and mobile food markets in southern Colorado. Assistance for National Guard families who'd hit hard times, and gifts for Meals on Wheels clients in Arapahoe County. Capped off the year with holiday gifts for every kid in Denver public housing, then chipped in for a 10,000-kid 8-county Christmas effort before a final campaign for a pediatric clinic serving families in foster care. That is a whole lot of words that lead to just 2 at the end of 2024. Thank you.
We're back with some of our favorite feedback of the year. Next. Each night, your feedback, whether you're texting, you're calling, you're emailing in, It really is the gift that keeps on giving, like some particularly inspiring feedback from a guy named Jeff. Feedback tonight from a less than satisfied next viewer, an Instagram comment from Jeff in Brighton.
Jeff writes, if bull was music, you'd be a brass band.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Jeff, Denver's own Gorilla Fanfare. And on that note, we'll say Merry Christmas and good night. Thank you for spending a little bit of your holidays with us. We'll see you next time.